Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission has confirmed that it will only recognize candidates presented by the Chief Tony Okocha-led All Progressive Congress for the August 30 local government elections. RSIEC Commissioner for Administration and Legal Matters, Chide Halliday, explained that while the commission received 2 lists from rival factions, the submission from the Chief Beke-led APC came in after the stipulated deadline. He stressed that RSIEC monitored the Okocha-led primaries and works strictly with records provided by the Independent National Electoral Commission. In response, the Beke-led faction dismissed RSIEC's position, insisting that their list was submitted on time and they remain the legally recognized APC executive in Rivers State. Factional spokesman Darlington Wuju warned that any attempt to publish names without the endorsement of their leadership will face legal action. This dispute stems from a Rivers State High Court ruling last year, which reinstated the Beke-led executive loyal to the former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, after it was dissolved by the APC's national leadership. Meanwhile, RSIEC Chairman Dr. Michael Ode assured stakeholders that the electoral body is committed to delivering a credible poll. He disclosed that RSIEC had obtained the official voter register from INEC and would soon display it publicly to ensure transparency. Ode reaffirmed that the Commission is working round the clock to guarantee free, fair and credible elections across the state on August 30. Michael, what do you make of the story?
Again, I want to thank you, Laurentia, for having me. As a Rivers man, and as someone that has been in Rivers State, following the trends and understanding the political landscape of Rivers State, my duty is simple: to expose cluelessness and to expose people that have demonstrated over time to be unstable when it comes to Rivers politics. Laurentia, recall that there was a time when the current reset board was constituted. Emeka Beke raised a concern that they were illegal, that he was not going to be part of anything that has to do with that current reset board.
That is this particular reason?
Yes. That the sole administrator has no right to reconstitute a board and to disband an already existing board, replacing them with this current board. And between that time and now, I ask myself, what have changed that Emeka Beke will now make a U-turn to say that he was going to participate? Is he saying that the current recent board, having done his findings, having done his research, has discovered that they actually were constituted legally? Laurentia, Emeka Beke, over the years, have demonstrated a character that should be questionable. Because what he's doing now, he's acting a poorly written script handed to him by his paymasters. Because I cannot see the reason why, now that we are very close to August 30th, when the local government election will be held, he's coming now to say that he's going to participate. Now, RSIEC have cleared the airwaves that they are recognizing Chief Tony Okocha's leadership of the APC. And that is the right thing to do, because RSIEC does not register political parties. It is the INEC that registers political parties. So Emeka Beke should first of all tell Rivers people what have changed that you have now made a U-turn to say that you are going to participate in the forthcoming local government elections. It's laughable. It's laughable, honestly. He has shown that he's not stable. He has shown that he doesn't have integrity. He has shown that he can always speak from both sides of his mouth. So first, he should tell Rivers people what have changed that he has made a U-turn to participate in the forthcoming government elections.
All right. So now your point is that Emeka Beke has said earlier before now that his faction of APC will not participate in the local government elections because, according to him, the sole administrator had no business running the local government elections.
He said so.
And he was also among the people that agitated against against Michael Ode being the RSIEC chairman from another state. Now, suddenly he's submitting his list. Now, RSIEC, on the other hand, is saying that this list was submitted quite late, that they submitted after the deadline, and also went ahead to say that they are working with the list recognized by INEC. Yeah, that's what they said, the list recognized by INEC. Now, does that mean by the position of RSIEC and the list of political parties and persons recognized by INEC, does that mean that INEC does not recognize the judgment last year that reinstated Emeka Beke as APC chairman, but is recognizing the Tony Okocha faction of the APC?
Laurentia.
Go ahead.
You know, INEC is a body that respects rule of law. And for INEC to submit a list to RSIEC, and RSIEC, you know, telling us that it is that list that they are working with as a body, shows that Chief Tony Okocha is the authentic chairman of APC in Rivers State. And let me tell you, Emeka Beke is not leading a faction of APC in Rivers State. There are just two of them. It's just Emeka Beke and Darlington Waju. No other member of the party. They don't have any existing structure in the state. It's just the two of them acting a polywritten script handed to them by their paymasters. Apart from these two persons, have you heard anybody from anywhere laying claim of a structure of the party in the state? It's just the two of them. And I want to tell Rivers people and Nigerians that we understand where they are coming from. You cannot have access to a man's house through the back door. You cannot do that. There's no way you will want to have access to a structure when you are not part of that house. Emeka Beke obviously is working with Chibike Amechi. And one, I have expected that, I was thinking that Emeka Beke and Amechi should come up and make the ADC they are sponsoring a formidable force so that they can participate in this election, so that we will know their strengths. Recall that Amechi had boasted and challenged the FCT minister to have a walk from the airport down to the town so that they can know who is more popular in the state than the other. This is the very time I was expecting that the former Minister of Transportation will come up with his platform, the ADC, participate in the election. Let's see your strengths, like your friends are doing in other states. Let's also see your own strength in the state, how popular you are in the state, than sponsoring some persons to be, you know, constituting nuisance in the society, in the state. No,
you're accusing the former Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amechi, of sponsoring Emeka Beke, or are you accusing him of writing the script?
It's a non-fact that Emeka Beke is an ally of Rotimi Amechi. It's a non-fact.
Ally is one thing, and sponsoring a script.
They are working together. They are working together. Emeka Beke in 2023, they all voted for Atiku Abubakar. They work for Atiku Abubakar. It's a public knowledge. Except whosoever that wasn't in Rivers State or Nigeria, and they are coming in for the first time, if not everybody is aware who they supported and voted for in the 2023 election.
Did any, I mean, Rivers people, one would say that in Rivers State, it wasn't about the political party, but about the individual. So, I mean, it wasn't news because, I mean, the FCT minister was a PDP member, but worked for APC presidential candidate. So, I mean, if you're making that argument, one would say, probably every political heavyweight in Rivers State played anti-party in 2020 during the 2023 elections. Don't you agree?
Laurentia, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
In PDP, there is this gentleman understanding that when power leaves the north, it should naturally come to the south. Buhari from the north did 8 years. Normally and morally, one expects that power should be shifted to the south. And that has been the pattern of PDP from the beginning. And this was what the FCT minister was telling the party.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm coming.
I'm not trying to make.
I'm
not asking with regards to you making a case for the FCT minister. What I'm saying is, you're making a point that you're making a point of alignment with regards to Emeka Beke and the Minister of Transport, and you also asked the question, who did they work for in 2023? That they didn't work for their party, right? And I'm trying to remind you that in Rivers State, politicians did not necessarily, not all politicians, a lot of politicians worked for opposing parties, as it were, opposition parties. That was what happened. So I only cited the FCT minister as an example because, I mean, that's the most controversial of all of them in Rivers State. It's not news that this is what is going on. Even currently, some politicians, even from some governors of PDP, are endorsing President Tinubu of the APC. Right. So that appears to be the trend now politically.
Laurentia, it is what I'm telling you.
Yes.
That there was a reason why the FC minister endorsed and worked for President Tinubu in the 2023 election.
Don't you think Emeka Beke has his reasons as well?
If then he should continue to work with the system he worked for in 2023. He should continue to work for that system and not pretending to be here where he's there. So that's what I'm saying.
All right. Very well. So, final question before we move on to the next story. How is APC's preparedness for the forthcoming elections on August 30?
Laurentia, I must, say, using this platform, to first thanking Chief Tony Okocha for repositioning the party to where it is today. Before Tony Okocha came on board to be the chairman of APC, APC was almost in the ICU. APC was almost dead in Rivers State. What they were known for, under the leadership of Amechi as at that time, was attending burial programs, birthday parties, and not good to contest election and win. But today, under Chief Tony Okocha, the party has been repositioned and ready to take over the state. Recall that there was a time that Chief Tony Okocha told Rivers people and Nigerians who cares to listen that APC will be taking over Rivers State. And today you can see what is happening. The party, come 30th of August, will win all the 24 local governments in Rivers State. That is how much the party is prepared. If election is conducted today in Rivers State, APC is going to sit up. And on the 30th of August, you will see it that the party is more prepared. The party is ready to provide dividends of democracy for the people of Rivers State.
All right, very well.